Hey everyone, welcome back to an episode of Create with Linda. Today is Monday, guys, and I'm coming on because we're eating dinner together. This is a what's for dinner. So what I'm making tonight is meatloaf and mashed potatoes and my parmesan corn. So excited. With brown gravy. So I'm gonna get started on making the chopped meat. I didn't have chopped meat in the house. I didn't buy it. But today and last night I was thinking, oh, I really want meatloaf. So we stopped at, we were out at Julie's for half a day because Bill had to put her something up in her kitchen for her. And so on the way home, he stopped the chopper and he just ran in and got chopped meat. And so that's what we did. So I'm not going to make this whole amount because it's only going to be me, Jenny, and Bill that are going to eat the meatloaf. So I'll make half. The other half I'll save for something else. Frankie doesn't eat meatloaf. What?
I'm sure it's big enough here.
Yeah, and meatloaf sandwiches, and I have meatloaf in the freezer still.
But this will be fresh.
But yeah, no. There's always enough. Even when I make the half, there'll be enough for sandwiches afterwards.
So dinner will be ready.
Dinner? What time is it now?
What?
What time is it now? Well, you couldn't eat anything today, Bill. All right, guys. So here is what we're doing. I just put some potatoes in the microwave because that's how I make my. Wait a second. I was gonna peel them and boil them, and I'm like, what am I doing? I always put them in the microwave now. I cook them in the microwave just till they're just about done, and then I peel them. They're very easy to peel once they're warm, and then I mash them up, and that's how I do my mashed potatoes. It's just easier. I like to do it that way, and that's what I'm doing. So let's get started on the meatloaf. I'm just gonna wash my hands because I don't know what I was doing. Half the time I don't know what I'm touching. So I just want to make sure my hands are clean. Okay, so this is 3.5 pounds, of chopped meat. But like I said, there's no way. If I made a meatloaf with all this, the meatloaf would be this big. Never. So I don't need all of it, but I'm gonna definitely make half. Cause you got all kinds of you got all kinds of stuff in it too, so. Really? And the rest I will use for a recipe this week. So yes, I got about a half a pound, about 1.5 pounds left of chopped meat. All right, so I'm gonna put 1 egg in it. Sometimes I use an egg, sometimes I don't. I don't know. I do the same thing with my meatloaf. With my meatballs. Sometimes I put an egg in it, sometimes I don't. But I feel like doing it today, so that's what I'm doing. Some salt. Oh, this is pepper. Salt. I have to open this. Guys, I'm putting little mozzarellas in it, little pearls. So that's gonna be yummo. I don't have the patience for this. So, there we go. Nice amount of parsley. Ow! I literally just hurt my hit my elbow. Typical. Alright, I'm only going to put a little bit of garlic powder because I'm going to put fresh garlic in it too. Because I'm telling you, I'm trying to use less garlic powder and less onion powder. You know, not too much less because I'm a big seasoner. But they do have carbs in them, and which I discovered. So, I'm just going a little bit lighter with them. But I'm not going to, you know, I want the flavor too, so. Italian seasoning too. Gotta have Italian seasoning. And grated cheese. I'm gonna put the rest of this grated cheese in. So yeah, I'm gonna check the potatoes, and see what the story is with them. Alright guys, I'm going to put a little bit of breadcrumbs in, not a lot, because I don't want it to be filled with, number one, filled with breadcrumbs, number two, the carbs, so I go light on the breadcrumbs, and that's why I put grated cheese in mine, because grated cheese also is like a binder, you know, I mean it holds like, it's like an egg kind of, it holds it together. Thought I had more grated cheese in here. I know I have grated cheese in the refrigerator, but I don't see any more in the cabinet. Alright, we're gonna put water in here. Probably about 1.5 cups to start. Because guys, you know the story about me with my water. Give me 1 second. I'm going to try to find the grated cheese that I have in here. I don't feel that great today. I woke up this morning, right? I didn't have anything to eat. So I was like, ooh, I feel like coffee. So my husband made me a cup of coffee, like a half of a mug, like not even like the regular size full coffee mug, half of that. And so I had him put stevia in it for me, and I had him put some dry creamer, and that was all I had. Well, I drank half of that coffee, which like I said was nothing. All of a sudden, whoa. Run to the bathroom that I had. TMI, guys, I'm really sorry, but and 3 times I was in there. We were trying to go out to Julie's, and I had to literally wait because I had to take Imodium, and it just my stomach just feels like queasy. You know what I mean? Like I ate at Julie's. She made me a low carb pizza wrap, which was fine, and I had a couple of snacks there. And I was fine. Everything was okay. But my stomach just doesn't feel right. You know what I mean? I must be coming. And I feel like I have a little bit of a cough. Like during the night, I felt like I was wheezing a little bit. I don't freaking know. We'll see what happens. But I'm going to just keep an eye on it because, you know, I had all those breathing issues and I had to go to the hospital. And I don't want that to happen again. All right, so I'm not going to put... I put a nice amount, but I don't want to go over cheese it because, you know, it'll be too salty. So, yeah. So I'm just keeping an eye on it. I have to be very aware of it. You know, whatever. So, and then I got to open up that cheese and put the cheese in. That's going to be yummy in there. So this is going to be very moist, and that's how I want it. I'm telling you, my meatballs and my meatloaf, and my burgers, they're very wet to the touch because wetness means moistness in my eyes. And that's how my mom always did it. And that's how I do it, and it comes out delicious. So I don't want to mix it too much because I don't want it to, you know, get tough. Because there's nothing like a tough meatloaf. It's gross, you know. And like a lot of people put their meatloafs in little pans, you know, in the meatloaf pans. I don't like that. That's just, I mean, more power to you. You know what I mean? If that's what you like to do, that's fine. But I just think it comes out like a block. Like I like it to be moist, and where I'll show you where it kind of just, you know, it just kind of falls almost flat. That's just the way that's the way we do it. So I am going to put a little bit more of garlic, a little bit more onion, and a little bit more Italian seasoning. Yeah, this is going just the way I want it, guys. I should have opened that cheese thing before I got my hands all dirty. But that's the way it is. It smells so amazing. Yeah, that's perfect. That is gonna see how it's wet, almost to the point where it falls apart. That's how you want it. I don't want to touch this with my dirty hand because I don't want to infect any of the cheese that I don't use. So I'm not going to use all of this. I'm going to put about half of this thing in. Yeah, there we go. The rest I'm going to save for snacking. And this is going to be delicious. It melts into the meat, and now, my mom growing up, my mother would make a red one and she'd make a brown one. Red one with tomato sauce. That's what I prefer. I really like that better. But hubby likes the brown gravy, so I don't put anything. Well, what I used to do was put the brown gravy in on top of it. I don't do that anymore. I really basically just put a little bit of gravy, if I even put any gravy at all, and I put and I just make the gravy on the side now. So if I wanted to, I could make, you know, sauce. I do have some marinara sauce I can put on it. I might even do that tonight. I might even put a little marinara on my own piece. But yeah. So either way, but growing up, my mom used to put red sauce on it. She used to make it. All right, here we go. Okay. Just like to wipe it out. This pan is really not the pan I usually use for this because it's not that big, but it'll work out fine. Oh no, let's get a little bit of olive oil. Oh shoot, I wanted to put garlic in it. I wanted to put real garlic in it. Oh, and onion too. Look, I forgot the onion and the garlic. What should I do? What should I do? What should I do? No, I'm not going to put the onion and garlic in it. Well, I can't make decisions. Where is my Gotsy garlic? I don't usually put onion in my meatloaf because Jenny is not big on onion, but I don't know, sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. I do that all the time with a lot of stuff. Trying not to touch with my other hand. All right, I'm going to put 2 in here. So it's just gonna mix in here, but it'll break up. It'll melt in the, I hope it melts evenly though. All right, guys, so this is when you know, olive oil. This is when you know it's ready, because you do this when it's good. It's coming right out, see? And you just shape it. This is how my mom used to do it. This is how I grew up. We used to have big meatloaves like this, and oh, they were so delicious. One of my sisters didn't like meatloaf. My sister Lisa would never want meatloaf. She didn't like it. So I remember when my mom used to make it, of course, she would make her something else. But that's like my son. My son doesn't like, Julie didn't like meatloaf either. Julie or Frankie does not like meatloaf. Which I don't get, because they like meatballs. So if you don't like meatloaf, why do you like meatballs? It's the same stuff. I don't know what it's about. So anyway, put this in a preheated oven, because, you know, it has to get in the oven once it's so it doesn't, like, I don't want it to be like a pancake, you know what I mean? It still has a little bit of a high shape to it, but it will definitely, you know, go a little flat more, but I don't care. It's delicious. I saw one person put it like flat just flatten the whole thing in a pan and do it that way. I've never made it like that. All right, so here we go. I'm going to put this on for 40 minutes. Alexa, set the timer for 40 minutes.
40 minutes, starting now.
I'm going to wash my hands.
Hey, Linda, get a watch.
And then get moving on the other stuff. All right, guys, so here I am getting the potatoes ready for the microwave. I'm putting the potatoes in the microwave so I can make them for the mashed potatoes. So I'm going over to the microwave. Coming back in 1 minute. This is a little awkward for me. I've never really done voiceovers. So yeah, this is a little weird, but I'm just going to try my best. So I'm taking a little bit of a cucumber now. I'm snacking on it while I'm getting ready for dinner because I'm a little hungry. So that's what I'm talking about here, is I'm just saying I'm, snacking a little bit. I don't even remember exactly what I was saying because, guys, I'm old and I don't really remember. Anyway, I'm salting the cucumber now, and I'm going to just munch on it while I start cooking. Now, I think what I'm going to do now is, let's see, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm talking about something. I'm going to come and go and start the potatoes, I think. So it's a little bit, see, I do a lot of chatting on here, which you guys know that I do. So I'm just trying to get to the point. Okay, now I'm going into the oven, checking the meatloaf to see what's going on with it. And it's not done yet. So I think it has about another 10 minutes. All right, so I'm getting ready now, to do something. Not really sure. In between, I was talking about Julie's shower and how it's going to be, it's coming so close, 8 months away. And I'm so excited, the place that I chose, because I can really do what I want and be really creative. And I'm not going to be doing it alone. Of course, Julie's best friend, who's her maid of honor, and Jenny's her maid of honor as well. But she's going to be helping me. And I also have Julie's other best friend's mom, who we're very close with. There it is. That's my planner that I'm telling you guys about. That this is Julie's shower book. So I have all my stuff written in there, all the stuff that I want to get for the shower. Like I want to do a wishing well. I want to do the balloon arch and do all kinds of stuff. So I'm writing it all down to organize it, because one day I'm going to go and I'm going to meet up with my friend Lori, and she's going to help me organize everything and we're looking for right now a wicker chair for Julie to sit in at her shower to open up her presents and all of that. So yeah, so I have that book that's really helpful. I'm showing you the brown gravy that I'm going to be doing. I'm putting 2 packs of brown gravy into the pot. I talked before about, that's right, I talked before about how my mom used to put red gravy in her on top of her meatloaf mostly. Once in a while she would do the brown gravy, but mostly red. And when you put the mozzarella in it, like I did tonight, usually the red goes really, really good with it. But I didn't use the red. I just used the brown gravy. And so yeah, so I'm putting 2 packets of gravy in there with 2 cups of water, and I'm gonna season it and let it simmer on the stove, so we get gravy. So I think after this, I'm going to maybe check out the meatloaf again, but I think I'm going to start doing the potatoes. So you're going to have to bear with me. I'll tell you what I'm doing when it's time to do the potatoes. All right, guys. So right now I'm getting ready to peel the potatoes. I cooked them in the microwave. Um, excuse me. I cooked them in the microwave, and now I'm peeling them. I'm going to peel them all and put them in the pot there, and then smush them all up and make mashed potatoes out of them. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. So I'm just peeling the potatoes. All right, guys. So I'm bringing the warm milk over. I heated the milk up in the microwave because every time I don't warm up the milk, then the potatoes become very like gloopy. So it's I'm having a little bit of a rough time getting the mixer things to stay in. I don't know what's going on. They're just being very difficult. But I finally get figured out, get it in there. It's not like I haven't used the mixer before. Like I used it 25,000 million times in my lifetime, but it just wouldn't cooperate. So I'm gonna mix the once I get the little thingies in, I'm gonna mix the potatoes. I'm gonna put butter, and as you'll see, I'll put milk, and I'm not sure if I put the seasonings in already. This is torture. Look at this. Hello, get it in, Linda. Let's just switch them over. Finally, I get it in there, and I'm going to start mixing. All right, guys, after mixing it a little bit, the potatoes were going all over the place. So I stopped and I got my little crusher thing and my smasher thing, and I'm smashing it with that first. I'm going to do that, and then I will, once I get it smoother, I'm going to mix it with the mixer. And then I'll start adding the seasonings and the milk and all of that. All right, I just added the milk, guys. Now I'm starting to mix it up. I think I'm going to end up adding more milk to it because, yeah, I'm going to put the rest of that milk in that I have there, and some more butter, I think. And then I'm going to get more milk because it definitely is not smooth enough. So, yeah, that's milk I'm going to put in there. And then I'm going to mix it some more, and then I'm going to get more milk and make it smoother because it's definitely too chunky. Okay, there I am putting seasonings in it, salt and pepper, garlic powder and onion powder. And I think I do also put some fresh garlic in there. If I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I do. I think I put 2 cloves in there. I put salt and pepper. And I'm going to give it another little mix. And I think that's all I'm going to do to that. And then just mix it up good and put it in. I'm going to put it in the oven. I'm going to put the garlic cloves. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do now is get the garlic cloves. And then because I have the frozen ones, I'm going to put them in there. And then I'm going to go, then I'm going to, after I mix it up fully after that, I think I add more butter. And then I put the whole bowl, the whole stainless steel bowl into the oven to just keep it warm. I think that's what I'm doing. And so I think now what I'm doing is I'm going to take the meatloaf out. If I'm not mistaken, I think I'm checking it. I think, yes, I think I'm checking the meatloaf. And I say it's done, but I'm gonna keep it in the oven on warm, like on like 275, 250, because I want to put the mashed potato bowl in there too to let that keep warm, and this way the garlic that I put in will also melt in there. So I think that's what I'm doing now. Yeah, see, I'm gonna take the temperature of it just to make sure that it's done, and it is, and I'm gonna put it back. And then put it back in the oven. You'll see me do that in 1 second, guys. Just talks amongst yourselves. I'm very sorry. This is really frustrating when this happens because I am not a very good computer person and don't know how to edit and I'm learning as I go, and I'm literally teaching myself right now. Literally, and I don't even know if this is all going to work out. I hope it works out. If it does, you'll see this whole video. And you'll know. If it doesn't, you're not going to see this whole video. I don't think. I don't know what's going to happen. But there you go. I'm putting it back in the oven. And now I'm going to finish the mashed potatoes. Come on. Come on, Linda. Finish the mashed potatoes. And then I'm going to put the bowl into the oven. All right, guys. So you see me finishing it up now. I'm finishing it up, making it nice and smooth. I'm going to put a couple more things in it. And then I'm going to show you guys. I'm going to put it into the oven. I'm going to show you. I'm going to put some butter in it. There you go, butter. And I'm going to put it in the oven and let it stay warm in there until we eat. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm going to put it in the oven. Go ahead. Put it in the oven, There we go. All right, now let's see what I'm going to do now. Everything is just about done, I think. All right, guys, so here I'm getting ready to put the corn in. I opened the can already. I drained all the water, and I'm going to put the flame on high because when I first make the corn, when the corn first goes into the pan, it needs to be really, really hot. I put a tiny bit of butter, a tiny bit of olive oil, not a lot because you don't want too much moisture because you want the corn to get kind of crispy. So I'm going to put it in there and let it, that's what I'm telling you now, is I'm putting it in there. I'm going to let it cook on high for probably like 5-10 minutes. Mix it around a little bit, and then start putting seasonings in it. And then at the end, I put butter in it, and I put a whole bunch of grated cheese in it, and let it caramelize, and it gets really, really well. And really, really coated well with the grated cheese, and it's so, so sweet and delicious. I'll show you the end result. All right, guys, I'm really, 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 really stressed and upset right now because I just went back to my video. Now, the whole time when I was doing the video, I'm looking at it and I'm seeing that the volume thing is moving. So when the green little thing moves as you're talking to it, as you're speaking, that means that the volume is on. So I assumed the volume was on. So I went and just checked my videos, and the last one that I just went off of on had no volume, and two of the other ones behind it. So all the three clips that I have in here that are the potatoes that I made. You're gonna see the potatoes, me making the potatoes, and I'm chatting with you guys. It didn't go through, and I'm just really, really upset. I just don't even know if I want to just throw this whole video to the side and not even show you guys because it's just really, really frustrating. Really frustrating. So it didn't show the corn. I was putting the corn in the pan and everything. So now I'll just show you the corn. And if I decide to show this video, then you guys can see it. I put the canned corn in here with some olive oil and some butter. I had it on a high flame at first because you want it on a high flame so the corn gets kind of crispy. So this is what you do. So you just let it cook in here a couple, like three to 4 minutes. Watching it all the time so it doesn't get burnt, you know what I mean? Then I put it on low, and I already put some salt and pepper in it. I'm gonna put some onion powder, garlic powder. I'm gonna put another piece of butter, and then I'm gonna put grated cheese in it. Let it cook a couple more minutes, and then it'll be done. And that's the Parmesan corn that I make. So good. This was a recipe from when I was 11 years old. I babysat for this woman who I became very, very close with, like family. And she taught me this recipe when I was young, and it was so delicious. I'll never forget it. So, yeah, so I'm bringing it back to life. So I put the seasonings in, and I'm just going to put a little bit of fresh garlic, not too much. So I put garlic powder in. I am just so upset right now. I don't even know what to tell you. I don't even know what to say. I don't know what to say. I hate to show you guys things and you won't be able to hear it. You'll be able to see it, but you won't be able to hear it. So I'm just probably going to just put it in. And I apologize for that, guys. I apologize. But. Oh, yeah? Cool. So cook the corn as long as you want, how crispy you want it. You want it to have a little crisp on it. That's the point of it. To get it really nice and crispy, and put the cheese in and let the cheese cook out a little bit and let the cheese get a little bit hard. Okay? That's when it's delicious. So I'm going to put a little bit more cheese in it. Totally stressed out. All right, Koopy, 1 minute, Coop. So this I'm just gonna not mix anymore. I'm gonna let it just cook like a minute or two longer. And there. All right, guys, so everything is ready. I'm really sorry. I'm just really, really, really upset right now, but I'm trying to move on. So I'm just gonna, everything's ready. The corn is amazing. The corn is done, look. The meatloaf is done. I'm just heating up the gravy back here, just for it to heat up a little bit more. I'm gonna cut the meatloaf. Stupid. And now, right now, it's showing that the volume is on. So it should be on. I'm, you know. So I'm just going to slice the meatloaf.
Slice the meatloaf.
I do some thin slices, some thick slices, because Billy likes it thin. I don't care how it is. But, oh, guys, you see the cheese oozing out of it? And how it's so moist. Look at that. That's how I like my meatloaf. It shouldn't be, like, hard where you can throw it against the wall and, like, you know.
Hey, don't knock hard meatloaf, okay?
Use it as a paintbrush to paint something with it.
Don't knock hard meatloaf. That's how I make it. And you love my meatloaf.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Oh, I do. All right, so I'm going to make Jenny's plate and our plates, and I'm just going to get ready to eat. All right, guys. So here is my dish. Looks like a lot of food, but I got a little of everything, so I don't know what I'm going to eat. Whatever it is. But it's delicious. I tasted a little bit, so I'm excited to have this. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to like and to share and subscribe. And don't forget to comment down below, and don't forget to hit that notification button with the bell so you guys can be notified every time I upload a new video. Very sorry, I'm a little disheveled right now because of what happened with the video. I'm probably just gonna put it up, and I apologize for the no volume on the whole potato thing and the end of the and the corn. So it is what it is, guys. I hope you're all right with that. I'm sorry. Anyway, that's it. So I'm just gonna move on, eat my dinner, and we'll see you on the next video.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.